how the crypto stole the Web3 label. As a technical individual with probably 13 years of software development, I have seen the term Web3 long before crypto ever appeared. So, crypto appeared 2008 and 9, and right then was just in the area of nerds. But I've heard the label in my education between 2005 and 8. So and the term probably existed before I ever went to university. So in that time, Web3 was about agents and autonomous software. You know, while I was studying, Web3 was the semantic web. The university researchers imagined a world where the technology will be able to comprehend the, the world around us, to have a common knowledge and understanding and intelligence. And while there are uh, some domain systems that have that knowledge, they are totally private and specific to some areas. And there is increasing demand for autonomy of software, automotives, and other stuffs. But right then, 15 years ago, it was implemented with agents that were Java threads and or threads that act autonomously from the environment. So another direction is the search engine optimization markup. So the RDF, the standards, the ontology systems that try to make the web more semantic evolved into CEO, micro SEO, microdata. So the HTML elements are marked up with additional attributes and elements, so the search engines could understand better what is the content of a web page. So the intelligent software evolved into proprietary systems, unfortunately, and this is because of the huge data that is needed for the software to learn and to actually achieve some basic to the human standards level of understanding. And all these things are mostly domain systems that act intelligently but in small concrete area. So Tesla for autonomous driving, Google with public internet data sorting, Facebook with the also social media links and connections between people, Instagram with photos, LinkedIn with professional skills, Twitter and Clubhouse and others that try to be a town square. They have all some algorithms that are proprietary for now and that are good for some specific area, but they are far from intelligent in the human sense. So cryptocurrencies appeared and they stole the label Web3, but what Web3 in cryptocurrency world sits behind is the ownership of stuff. And in the Bitcoin case, it was ownership of coins, and in some other areas, some other implementations of blockchain, it is the gas to run smart contracts, or a resource, a coin, a token that you could exchange for some resource like file storage or something else. So cryptocurrencies are about ownership, and they could be digitally verified with public and private keys and hashing algorithms and verifying via blockchain explorers that analyze the public blockchain and verify digitally with digital signatures with chains and public private keys that you own something and not some big corporate. But it also evolved in manipulating people into diving into Ponzi schemes that try to grab people's attention using some API, annual percentage yield, algorithmically based uh, income from your cryptocurrencies. Getting rich platforms that are total scams, and a lot of these platforms could probably have a few of these platforms could probably have some good application that is real, that is beneficial, that is good for the world, that is easy to use, that doesn't require a supercomputer to run. But many of these systems I tried to dive into and start programming in them. They require a lot of knowledge, a lot of resources, a computer that you need to run, and you need to have about 5 or 10 microservices with different functionalities and models that to get independent and to realize the idea behind cryptocurrencies, and that is independence from third parties and from centralized services and center and servers and institutions. This is the big idea of cryptocurrencies: the ownership and control over data, over software, over what is the end result of what you do, and do not consume the software only as a user but also as a admin and as a participant in the big scheme. But unfortunately all this advanced stuff requires technical knowledge and to be in a relation with the people that know how to go into this stuff, and it is not easy to use the technology properly with the ideals that are behind it. In most cases, you just join some Ponzi schemes, or if you are smart enough to not put that much money that you cannot afford, and you keep living your life without too much stress. Some of these coins in the Web3 world could potentially get big in the future, but this is only a guess.